Alright, we are rolling. Ready? Oh, wait. Ooh. I don't know if it'll go sideways. Whatever. Alright, go ahead.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Sarah, an educator here at Airlie Gardens, and for today's Tuesdays at 2 video, I wanted to show you something cool that we have going on in our fountain right now. So a few weeks ago, we saw some southern toads laying eggs in our fountain. They lay their eggs in these long strands of jelly, and they wrap those strands around vegetation to keep the eggs from floating away. In addition to our fountain, they'll kind of lay their eggs in any shallow body of water, so small ponds, big puddles, things like that. And after just 2 to 3 days, those eggs hatch and turn into tadpoles. And so we can see those tadpoles now in our fountain. They remain tadpoles for about 4 to 6 weeks. And first, they're going to grow their back legs. Then they're going to grow their front legs. Then they're going to drop their tails. And they then become a toadlet. While they are tadpoles, they are going to be eating pretty much just algae and vegetation. So they are vegetarians when they're tadpoles. After they grow their legs and lose their tail and become a toadlet, they're going to kind of float near the surface of the water or maybe grab a leaf. And they're going to just kind of hang tight for a little bit until more of their brothers and sisters are ready to emerge. And then they're actually going to all emerge together from the water because there is some safety in numbers. After they emerge from the water, they're going to try to find some shelter and some higher ground. And we're going to show you a good spot that they found here. So you follow me over to this tree. This is a spot where a lot of these ones from the fountain have decided to spend their little toadlet life. As you can see, there's a lot of leaf litter, so there's a ton of hiding places for these little tiny toads, and there's also going to be a lot of food for them to eat. So once they are a toad, or a toadlet, they are going to be carnivorous, which means they're going to be eating proteins, meats, and when they're this tiny, they're going to be eating microscopic bugs, ants, little tiny decomposers, things like that. And so this spot here makes it really easy for them to camouflage and really easy for them to find their food. So hopefully you guys can see this tiny cute little toadlet we have in the frame.
No bigger than or much smaller than an oak leaf actually, so you can see him hopping around. And actually once he moves around, you can tell how easily he can actually blend in with just even this bark of our oak tree right here. So they have found great cover hanging out around this space. So Sarah actually caught a couple for you guys to take a closer look at.
Alright, so we caught these guys just a few minutes ago before we started this video. So you can see in comparison to my fingertip just how tiny these little toadlets are. They are so cute. And so what they're going to do is basically spend the rest of the summer and early fall kind of doing their best to hide and eat. And then once the weather gets colder, what they're going to do is they're going to actually bury themselves either in mud or under some debris. And they're going to spend most of the winter in not a true hibernation, but what we might call a torpor. So they're going to kind of slow down their heart rate and take a really deep sleep. But if it gets warm enough on a random day over winter, they actually will wake up long enough to come out and grab some more food and then go back to their little hiding spot. These guys are going to keep on growing until they reach about this size. So this guy here is an adult male southern toad. The adult females actually get a bit bigger and a bit rounder than this guy here. And when they are this size, they will spend winter the same way as the toadlets. They just kind of bury themselves under mud or debris and do kind of a modified hibernation, a torpor situation. And so these guys are pretty common residents that you can find easily in your own backyard. They're found in the coastal plain areas of the United States, from southern Virginia all the way down through Florida and Louisiana. And they're really important members of our ecosystem. They're going to kind of help manage our insect populations, and they're also going to be an important food source for things like bigger birds and stuff like that. So they definitely play a crucial part in the ecosystem here. If you want to attract more toads to your yard, we are going to put a link down below to give you some tips on some nice little hiding spaces and places you can make for them. As soon as this video is over, we are going to be releasing our toads and our toadlets so that they can go back into their natural habitat and be a part of our ecosystem here at the garden. Thank you so much for joining us, and tune in next week for another Tuesday at 2 video.